Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. I know you're not feeling well because we were just talking about it, man, but thanks for sticking through it. I hope that you get better very, very soon.
Thank
My
you.
friend.
The show must go
Yeah.
on. So here we
Yes.
are.
Yes. The party must go on here, guys. Friends, quick look at our gappers list this morning. Then we're going to jump right into our U.S. economic calendar and see what's happening today. This morning, a lot of stuff in the green. We see a couple of really nice names that we are familiar. Well, I say nice because we are familiar with them, but not really nice trading. Like DJT, for example, is not a nice trading stock. We're very familiar with that one. And we got Mara, Clear Sparks, a lot of Bitcoin stuff on deck this morning. Coin, MSRT, which has been heavily in play over the last couple of days. And I don't see any Chinese tickers. I see Becky here, but that's about it. So that's in the gap up. Gap down, only three stocks on here. NVAX, we know very well. The other two, we'll get familiar with them in just a second here. But for the most part, a lot of stuff feeling on the positive side this morning. Peter, take us through our U.S. economic calendar. What is the latest and greatest for this morning?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet today. Only two items of note. We have the import and export price index. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. That coming out right now. And basically, they both came out, looks like pretty much on target. The import price index was negative 0.4%, so just slightly worse than expected. And the export price index, negative 0.7%. So while that's worse than expected, it's not off by that much. And again, it continues to show a softening of the U.S. economic stance. And that's, I guess, a good thing for the markets, right? Because that means that the Fed will likely continue on their program of reducing interest rates, which in turn is good for the stocks, and we know the markets look for. So, I think actually, you know what? I haven't checked in a while. I think we're going to be looking at. Remember, the next time that we get a announcement of interest rate change will be like 2 days after the U.S. federal election. And coming up on November 7th. And right now, the feel is that actually, look at this. 96.3% of those surveyed are thinking that we are going to get only a quarter point cut. So it looks like they're going to only a quarter point. So, okay. Well, we'll see what happens. It's anyways, that's something to look forward to in the markets. We have another. Actually, it's not even a month, is it now? It's about 3 weeks. 3 weeks until that happens. So, and of course, we've got an election in between, which could have some interesting market impact as well. So we'll see what happens with those. Other than that, I guess something to look forward to. Pretty quiet this week on the economic calendar front. Like I said, only this import and export price index, which, as you can see, if you look at the SPY or the Qs, we usually look at those market indices just to see how do they react and how do they have an impact, and they're not doing much. So they basically are, have not reacted, and nor do I expect them to. So later this week, we at least have a little bit more interesting. We have jobless claims coming out tomorrow. I think I mentioned that yesterday as well. And then housing starts and building permits on Friday. So we'll see if that gives us some interest. I mean, I expect it to sort of be in the same vein, a little bit of a softening economic stance there in the U.S., but we'll find that out when it happens. So, meantime, we got earnings that are started. We talked about some banks yesterday. We're going to be able to talk about some banks again today, and then a couple of other interesting offerings out there that we can talk about. So, Carlos, why don't we get to that gappers list? Where's Carlos? Are you on mute, Carlos?
I am. I'm here. Yep. I was talking to the mic, and nobody could hear me. No, not sure what's going on there, but that mute button needs to come off. All right, gappers list this morning, guys. Take a look at the BDRX. High flying right now, up 130%. So we got a lot of volume on this one, as you can see here. Low flow stock sitting at 15.3 million. So I am not a big fan of that, as you can see there. Just got to be careful. Again, I don't think we might have seen this one before. The tickers looks familiar. Oh yeah, we definitely have looked at this before. If you look at our daily, got a couple of days where it gapped up pretty big here. Peter, obviously this stock is no stranger to gapping up. Any news driving it today that might be actually worth watching? This low float.
Yeah, I mean, not really. Basically, they were the Nasdaq threatened to delist them. They appealed and were granted the right to continue to trade on the market. So that's I guess that's a good thing that they live to trade another day. But that's really all the news is. It's not really sort of news about the company or their prospects. Just that they were granted the right to continue to trade for 20 consecutive days. Yeah, so basically they were granted a little bit of an extension to the end of the month. So
Okay.
I'm not.
All right, there you go.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah, same here, man. I will like it for entertainment purposes to see if we can get something going here. So I'm gonna put in a risky entertainment pile, but I won't be trading this. That's a fact. Next on here is gonna be ASPN. So ASPN also up 24%. This one, on the other hand, not a low flow stock. It's sitting at 75 million shares flow, so a little bit on the higher side. But we got a nice pop this morning. With some volume, 436,000 shares traded. Aspen aerogels. Peter, what's going on with this one?
Well, never seen this one on our list before, so it's a company I'm totally unfamiliar with. It's not a low float, but it's pretty close. It's got 75 million shares in the float. I mean, this is, I guess, a $1.7 billion company. It looks like it's not even traded on one of the major markets here. This is like an over-the-counter type thing. But they did have blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they basically provided their quarterly financial reports for Q3 2024. And, I mean, clearly had a good quarter. So, but, it's I'm surprised at the size of this company. I'm trying to figure this out because they had a proposed loan of up to $670 million to help with their funding. They had revenue in Q3 of $117 million. So, like they're getting a big loan compared to the size of their revenue. So I guess that's good news for them that they've continued funding for ongoing operations. But I don't. Anybody in construction? Does anybody know what is an aerogel in construction? I don't know what they do. Is it like insulation? What are they? I don't know what they make.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Again, but just from a trading perspective, if you look at a daily chart on this bad boy, they're not something I would normally trade. I mean, they get about 2 million shares a day. And that typically doesn't give enough volume to make it a nice trading stock. So some good business news today, but Carlos, probably not going to look at it, in any depth.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, guys. So be careful if you do decide to watch this one. Normally on the daily, they don't get great volume. Again, it could be a hit or miss, but history has shown us that it's not a great intraday trading stock. So just based on the daily, what we're seeing here. They say it is for insulation. All right, so it's for insulation. All right, there we go. All right, next on the list, NVCR. NVCR, yeah, is up 20% here, 416,000 shares traded. We've seen this one in the past. Normally, I don't like the way this stock trades, doesn't trade very well. Volume throughout the intraday is very, very light. Now, they had a decent day yesterday as far as volume, 3 million. Normally, they're doing like less than 1.5. Yesterday they had some volume. But look at this volume, though. I mean, the entire day was crap. And then somehow at end of the day, somebody decides to drop a couple of orders. Yeah, this is not good, man. I don't like it. Peter, anything on this?
They got approval from the FDA for their portable portable tumor treating electric field device for lung cancer patients. I was just trying to read up how this thing actually worked. It sounds like you jolt, you elect. I don't know how it works. I don't want to make things up. But anyways, they got FDA approval for this device, and that's why the stock's moving.
FDA is working the last couple of days, approving stuff here left and right. They're doing something. They're doing something. All right. I don't know, man. Yesterday scares me. I mean, just look at this intraday action. It's just horrible. Yes, they got some news now. Are they going to trade better? Maybe, but I don't think by much. I'd rather take my chances elsewhere. Ryan Andrew spoke about this yesterday. Andrew, by the way, is back. For those that missed him, he traded live yesterday for the first time in what? 40 something days, he mentioned. I didn't think it was that long, but it's been a while. So he traded live yesterday. If you missed it, he did a beautiful recap. I mean, he absolutely crushed it yesterday. So take a look at that. So great first day back. And he mentioned, right, you only got to watch a couple of stocks. This is to be able to make some money. This is not going to be it. So we'll leave this one alone. Let's look at the next one. Peter, anything on that, or I covered it already? No. You spoke about it. Yeah. PHUN is next, and I saw you talking about this one yesterday, Peter. It was in play. I know it was on your radar. I'm not sure if you ended up watching it or not. I don't think you liked it, but today they're again second day play, 700,000 shares traded, 12.8 this morning, and we are up 67 cents, 12%. Hard to borrow on it. Do you like this today? I mean, yesterday looks like it was in play, got great volume. Intraday doesn't look so fun. But what's your thoughts on this one?
I didn't watch much of anything yesterday. Admittedly, I was
that's
really
right.
not feeling well. But they did have news, and that they're announcing their next generation AI-driven software as a service platform, SaaS platform. So that the good buzzwords in there, good stuff to get it moving. We used to see this in conjunction with DJT, right? So when DJT was moving, Fun was moving because it had, I guess, some connection to it. But they seem to have independent news right now, and I don't know. I mean, I have never really watched it, so I don't know how it moves. Maybe it's it'll be fun. Will be fun. I mean, like you say, the price action actually looks good yesterday. Wow, yeah. A little hard to trade, by my opinion, but we'll see. Probably not a target trader for me. Again, I'm probably not trading today. I'm still not feeling well, so I usually just don't trade when that happens. But maybe I'll keep an eye on it, and see if it does anything fun.
Yeah, we definitely will see that. I mean, maybe secondary. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to borrow. Yeah, for me, I don't like this one. DJT, on the other hand, again, this one has been moving. Maybe this one has a possible. I'll put it in a secondary list for now. We'll see where it goes from there. It has great volume, 3.4 of 5%. We'll see where that dives into. All right, let's do a few more. Then we're gonna stop here because this list continues to grow. So it's getting longer and longer. We'll do two more. We'll do SERV, and then we'll do Bitcoin. We got a couple of Bitcoin plays here. We'll look at that. Then we'll see what Peter has on his list that he likes this morning. SERV is on deck. We're up 10% right now. SERV Robotics, hard to borrow. Low flow stock, 26 million shares flow. We've seen this plenty of times on our list. Peter, looks like they're trying to get something going in the last couple of minutes. 8:30, volume started coming in, and we're just been moving higher, looking to break the pre-market high now. Any news on this?
I mean, they sort of announced, reminded everybody, I guess, that they've got to deal with Uber Eats to deliver food. I didn't think that was news, but they're acting like it's news. But I thought we heard that before, but maybe it wasn't Uber Eats. Maybe it was just with a specific restaurant chain. I'm trying to remember now, because remember we talked about this before, and I said I'm a little nervous about these robots delivering food, because it just seems, I saw the videos online of people like kicking them over and stealing the food from them and stuff, right? Seems like it's fraught with error. That being said, Megan has sent me some pictures of them driving around the streets of California, so she said she sees them out there in the wild. But anyways, they're expanding their services to work with Uber Eats, and maybe there'll be a robot sidling up to your front door sometime, in the future when you order your next meal.
Yeah, yeah. It's a funny looking thing, but if it gets the job done, gets the food there nice and hot, it is what it is. We'll see. All right, let's take a look. Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. As far as this one goes, I mean, it is in play, low flow stock. I mean, I like the idea of the news with Uber. Uber's an interesting stock. I think they're in a good place for the future here. Tesla wants a piece of them. These guys want a piece of them. It's like everything goes through Uber when it comes to delivery and cars. I mean, just interesting. All right, so serve secondary, Peter. What are we thinking here? Not at all. I'm
Yeah,
on the
I
fence.
I don't think this normally gets the volume. I mean, it's sort of fascinating to watch and see how it does, but I mean, it doesn't get terrible volume. But even I'm looking at the price action over the last few days, and not easy trading. A lot of overlapping candles, very very difficult trading. So I don't know that that's going to really change in today. I mean, it's good news. I said that they've got this deal with Uber Eats, and they say they're ready for national level scaling, but I don't. I guess maybe Carlos, you just put it on a secondary and see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's worth that. I like the news, and usually that type of news can drive something here, but we'll see. All
Mhm.
right, let's look at crypto stuff. We have CleanSpark, we have Mara, we have Coin, we have MSTR. They're all, for the most part, they're all on here this morning. Looking at Mara, if we pull that up on the screen, we are slightly up 4%. 1.6 million shares traded though. Didn't look at it yesterday, but the day before that, we were gapping up, but we didn't have the volume. If you guys remember that, this would have been on Monday, right? So we got gapped up over the weekend, but no volume in the pre-market. I'm not sure what it did yesterday, but today we got volume in the pre-market and we're gapping up again, another 4%. So Peter, things are looking good for Bitcoin this morning with Coin and Mara. What's the latest and greatest in that sector?
Yeah, Bitcoin's been moving for the last week and a half. It's been just going up and up. We're sitting at $68,000 right now on Bitcoin. And remember, we talked about this probably last week. We said 70,000 is the key marker. If it gets over that, then it could really start to run a little bit faster. But in the meantime, yeah, we're seeing all these offerings move higher with the price of Bitcoin getting a push up. So we'll see what it does again today.
Yeah.
Again, most of this move, don't forget, happens after the market, but either before the market opens or after it closes. So we don't typically get great trading during the market day. But if you like Mara, you like Coin or whatever, you can certainly put an eye to it. Andrew's in the room. He says he thinks Mara's interesting, so he might be watching it.
Yeah, I do like Mara here, guys. I'm gonna add that one to my list as well. Coin has been good to me. I can't, between those two is usually what I watch, but Coin has had some really, really nice trading on this one. So I might put this on a secondary. It is up 3.3, 458,000 shares traded. What I kind of like about it, which you got to be careful with, is how fast it can get you to $1, $2 easily. You got to look out for the spread. Got to really watch your size on Coin. But if it gets the volume and the spread is decent, there can be some good opportunities. Look at the days here. Look at on Monday 180 to 195. Again, you just got to be careful on how you size yourself up here. Monday was obviously clearly a great day for Coin. Look how nice it moved here. When you get these type of days with a little bit of volume, it can be really, really nice. So I'm going to have that one on my secondary. Mara has great volume, so they'll be on the main list, and we'll see what we get out of Bitcoin. All right, Peter, we'll stop here on the gap up list. On your end, what do you like this morning so far?
Well, if we're talking gap up, I guess we've got to look at the banks. We had a bunch of banks that came out with earnings yesterday. We have a few more this morning. The only two maybe worth mentioning are Morgan Stanley, MS, and USB, US Bank Corp. Both had earnings, both beat their numbers. I mean, all the banks have beat their numbers. They typically do. These are not your best trading offerings, in my opinion. So, we had a little bit better opportunity perhaps yesterday with JP Morgan and Citigroup and Goldman Sachs and a couple of those. So, but, they continued with earnings. The other one that had earnings this morning that I was keeping an eye on is, or actually, I guess it was earnings after the close yesterday, United Airlines, UAL. UAL beat their numbers and announced a $1.5 billion share buyback. So, citing that, still strong market value for flights. They're still, having fully booked flights. And, the stock's been going up since beginning of August. So it's just been climbing for a couple of months now, and looks like it's poised to move even higher. So if you like UAL, then you can trade it. It's you typically, I don't know. I mean, it can be tough to trade, right? Like American Airlines gets more volume, but UAL is okay on certain days. So if you want, put it on your list. All right. For a gap up, Carlos, that was really it, I guess, for the gap up. There's a couple of very interesting ones on the gap down list that we could talk about, but that's all I had for gapping
All right.
offerings.
There you go. Gapping down, my friends. Only 4 so far. We have drug DRUG. So there it is. Drug is up, which is Bright Minds. It is up on it's down 14%. Look, I'm looking at this daily from yesterday. That's why I set up. If you look at this daily from 250 all the way to 38, is that correct, or is that a split? Is this right, Peter?
No, that was correct. So this.
Wow.
Look, not to create a conspiracy theory, but Andrew just got back into town, which is Vancouver, and this is a Vancouver-based company, Bright Minds, that was trading at $1 last week, went up to $2.50 on Monday. Yesterday, hit a high of $60 after hours. It was up like 2,400%. Right? Like this thing was insane. Yesterday afternoon, we were watching it because we just couldn't believe it. I was watching it around 26, and I said, well, this is nuts, and it's got to be done, right? And no, it went from 26 up to 60 if you stayed with it after hours. It was absolutely insane. Trading at about $30 right now. And look at the volume. I mean, this normally got about 13,000 shares traded a day on average. And then Monday, it had something like 20 million shares traded. And then yesterday, it had 100 million shares traded. This is so aberrant that being a Canadian offering, the CIRO, which is the Canadian Investment Regulatory Organization, basically Canada's, Canada's version of the SEC, basically required the company to release a statement saying, as far as the company is aware, there are no material changes to the company's operations that would account for the recent increase in market activity. So basically they're saying this is like, it memed. It just, somebody picked this out and it just went crazy. Like they've done nothing. There's no releases from the company. It's just, one of those stocks that happens occasionally where it gets picked up by the right people, right? And it just starts trading like crazy. Now, as I said, I'm not saying it's because Andrew just got back into Vancouver, but I'm saying it might be because Andrew got back into Vancouver. I mean, this company, you know what they do? They make drugs that are trying to isolate the therapeutic aspects of psychedelic drugs such as LSD and psilocybin and make them into pain managing drugs. Sounds sort of like it's in Andrew's backyard there.
Andrew's realm, like yeah. He might be sitting on the board on this. We don't even know. We got to figure out what's going on there.
He might be. I mean,
yeah,
he's a chemical scientist. I mean, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah. Peter, you think these people here the day before here on the 14, like look at this, right? It started happening yesterday in the 15. You think these people here knew anything about this right over here? What are these guys doing trading the day before, huh? At 250.
Yeah.
What's that about? Yeah, some insider trading there, some inside knowledge. I want to be those guys getting in at $2.50 there. Next day you're at 60. Those guys need to get investigated, man. This is not right. This is not. Something's up. Something's up. All right.
I don't know, but anyways, I mean, this is the great example just of a meme stock, right? Like, there's no logic to this. It's just crazy, and these happen every day. We just, sometimes we run across them, sometimes we don't. This is one that in the room, we got wind of and we're talking about, and I mean, it was fun to watch, but yeah, totally risky. But I mean, people made money off of it, right? If you're willing to take the risk, and you could manage your downside against it. I know Jared did. He was able to make some money off of it. So why not? Now today, it's a little iffy today, right? Because it was so aberrant yesterday with 100 million shares traded. Keep in mind, right? 13,000 shares a day is what it normally trades. So who knows? This thing could like drop, right back to where it started, over the course of the day today, for all we know, or it could go back up to 60. Like it's really, there's no way to tell what's going to happen with this thing. So if you want to watch this for fun, by all means. I mean, it's already sitting at 1.2 million shares traded. It could still have people's attention, but just know there's huge risk on this thing. If this thing gets halted to the downside at any point, I mean, it could drop precipitously. We have to keep in mind that, again, 2 days ago, this was a $1 stock. So, yeah, it's
insane,
super risky.
Insane. Yeah, careful. I'm going to put it on my list because I just want to, this could be the best thing ever, or it could be a massive train wreck. So I'm going to watch either way as a entertainment purposes. I'm going to have drug here. It is 1.2 million shares traded. It's up only 11% after a massive day yesterday. So I think it's worth watching this for entertainment. All right, going back to our list, leading the way, getting above here is NVAX. So NVAX not having so much fun. They're down 16% right now. We're down even lower, all the way down to 850. Right, so they climbed from the lows of the pre-market so far. 3.2 million shares traded. Peter, who is getting fired today, man? This stock is not enjoying this morning.
Who's getting fired? Well, NVAX has been struggling ever since. They did very well, of course, over COVID and releasing the vaccines. They had a big play in, but basically they're ever since, right. They've been struggling to find that next big product. So they've got a cold and influenza phase 3 trial that was released, and the company said it did very well and it met the endpoints. The market clearly is not as convinced. So that's what we're seeing today, is that they're not convinced. And the FDA, I'm just reading here even more deeper, has actually put a clinical hold on this influenza drug. So there you go. So that must be what's driving it. That's never good when the FDA puts a hold. Now, putting a hold doesn't mean that it's dead. It just means they have some concern, or there's some unanswered questions here that need more information before they decide to either allow the trials to continue or they kill it altogether. If it does get killed, obviously that'll be very bad for Novavax, and if it continues, we can see this thing pop back up. But that's the news. The FDA stopped the production of this drug, or the clinical trials of this drug.
Yeah, FDA releasing everything all at once here. But yeah, I think it's worth watching. It might not be a main one, but I think it's worth watching this one. See how when the market opens, how the volume reacts to this news here. It might be choppy. NVAX has not been trading well as we've been watching this. Has been very, very choppy. The fun has died a long time ago on this stock, but today could be their day. It's great volume. Got a news catalyst on this. It's not a great one. Down 14% on the secondary list for now. If we have space, I'll even move it up. But for the moment, secondary list right now. ASML had a horrible day yesterday. 875 all the way down to 725. So lost almost more than 100, almost $150 there. And then this morning we're down 4.4 with 454,000 shares traded. Unfortunately, this day looks great, but Peter, you know how hard and difficult it is to trade this stock. What was the news yesterday? I missed the action yesterday. Anything? Look at that drop at the market open too.
Yeah, it's sort of a weird situation here in ASML. So they're a Dutch chip maker, right, and one of the largest in the world. But they accidentally released their Q3 numbers to their website in advance. They were supposed to release their quarterly numbers, but they accidentally got out there early, and they were the wrong numbers. So the stock dropped because they released the wrong numbers to their website, which they said was just due to a technical error. Sorry, whoops. And then they've now restated it and re-put their numbers on their website, which actually says they beat their quarterly numbers because the previous ones showed a big miss against their quarter. So a lot of confusion over what's actually going on here with ASML. But all that being said, yeah, it's created a little interest. The trading sort of looked interesting yesterday, but Carlos, typically, like I look at a daily on this, this is not one of the stocks that we normally trade because I mean, look, you can just see a tiny little candles, a lot of gaps in there. I don't,
Yeah.
if ever there was going to be a day where it could potentially trade well, it would be today, but I don't know where it's going to go because the news is just so weird, right? So it looks like they actually beat their quarter, but it dropped on the basis of the earlier numbers where everybody thought they missed their quarter. So is it going to recover that or not? Like it's tough to tell what's going to go on here.
Yeah, that's the problem with stocks that don't get great volume. It's very difficult to read the price action, and it looks like all the volume happened yesterday, and they might just return back to their light volume type trading. If you look at this daily, it's very, very light. So, and then the spread, right? This stock is going to have a large spread for it being a $700 stock, which makes it slightly more difficult to read that price action. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I think the action might have been yesterday, and then it's very hard to catch when something drops out of the skies like that. You're not going to be part of that move, right? Unless you're in the inside. All right, let's stop here. The gap down, Peter. Anything that you like this morning that's gapping down that's not on this list?
Well, no, we talked about the key ones there. ASML, you got to, and of course, drug, which is just fun but super risky. Yeah, that was it. Those are the two that I wanted to make sure that we talked about. If we look at all our standard, they're a little all over the place. Apple had a great day yesterday. We know that Andrew traded Apple off the open. I mean, it sort of gave back all of those gains, but it's still sitting in its all-time high-ish territory. So Apple could very well break out the top slide at some point. It's gapping down marginally this morning. And then Tesla is still holding on here after the drop from their robotaxi, robobus, walking robot?
Van, yeah.
Optimus, whatever
robo
it was.
stuff.
Yeah, Cyber van that they call it. Anyways, Optimus, those little robots that were walking around, which apparently, by the way, they were human assisted. So it was all a big act. So apparently the robotaxi, they were legitimately driving themselves around, and that was all fine. But the actual robots they had walking in the crowd that they said, these guys, they were supposed to be, released less than $30,000. You can have a robot in your house. Apparently there was a human operator in the background behind each one of these. So they're not really as autonomous as they made them look. So anyways, but despite that, I still find that creepy. I don't know why. This scene right there is the creepiest one I've ever seen. Just the robot
You're not
watering
sitting on the
plants.
table.
Yeah, well, they're just sitting playing. Notice they had like a little model Cybertruck on the table. Anyways, they're just sitting playing here, and the robot is working, watering the plant. For some reason, that just creeps me out, man. That's just a recipe for the robots to revolt, isn't it? I don't know. it seems crazy. Biding his time, yeah. Sure, I'll water your plants. You got to sleep sometime. Anyways. All right. But anyways, so the big thing for Tesla was everybody was concerned. Not concerned. They were disappointed there weren't more specific dates coming out as to when this stuff was going to happen. There was a lot of, before 2027 was the most common date for both the robotaxi and this Optimus robot. But, that doesn't tell us much. So that's 2.5 years away. And, it's everybody wanted a little more specifics. However, shouldn't be surprised, right? I mean, Elon's done this how many times now? Like it's always, he never gives specific dates, and he rarely is on time, even when he does. So,
yeah, even on the presentation, he said it. He's like, my dates are really, I forgot the word he used, but implying that his dates are usually not very aggressive compared to what the developers think. He mentioned it in the chat when he gave the day the presentation. So we'll see. But again, this is a brand where people just love they love Elon, they love Tesla, they love Apple. These brands, they just find a way to somehow make things work, right? So it's going to be interesting. We're away from earnings in a couple of days here, so we'll be fun. We'll be fun to see where this thing
Yeah.
goes. Um,
Yeah.
so Tesla. Any other ones, Peter?
Well, and then of course we've got our usual semiconductors. So ASML may not be the one to trade, but NVIDIA always gives us good trading. And then my buddy AMD,
Yeah,
which I will continue to watch. But yeah, NVIDIA
yeah.
just always good trading. No, never know if it's going up or down, but it trades well. So certainly we'll keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I agree. Melanie says, "Oh, they love to hate him." Yeah, that's true. You either hate him or love him. There's no in between. But the people that love him, man, they stick by him, and they obviously make his brand work here. Nvidia has been awesome. 5.4 million shares traded. Yesterday I missed it, but look at the nice, beautiful drop yesterday. So if you're watching this, great trading out of the open here on Nvidia. We're gonna add it to our list today as well. So far, guys, we got Mara, Tesla, Nvidia. Let's take it to the chat room and see what you guys like this morning. We'll start here with Jason says Elon is the brand. Yeah, absolutely, he is the brand. That's what it is. I seem frozen. No, I'm moving. I see myself moving. I see my hands moving. Yeah, it's working.
In the chat room, it seems to have frozen for whatever reason.
Oh, I see myself
Maybe
frozen in the chat room.
Okay,
YouTube.
let me restart Firefox. It's usually a Firefox issue.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All
So
right.
we'll get you guys going. So we might lose audio, I think, as well in the chat room. So we'll wait a little bit before we keep going here. But let's do this. Let's start with the YouTube chat. We'll start with you guys. What do you guys like this morning? Let's take a look at some tickers here. Gonna scroll up and see what we have. Moving up. No tickers from you guys. Let's
Yeah, I
see.
don't see a
Anything you guys
lot.
want me to watch this morning?
Novavax. I see
Yeah,
mentioned.
we
We already
looked at
talked about
NVAX.
Novavax earlier.
Yeah. Tesla from Professor Chaos. I do have Tesla on my main list. I like that one this morning. Look at the daily, just kind of just really deciding what's next here. Not really doing anything crazy, just kind of hanging out there and seeing what's next. So there you have it for Tesla. United Airlines. Let's take a look at United Airlines from Hazan. United Airlines. We talked about this earlier. It's going to be a hit or miss. We'll have to wait for the market opens to see how this one's going to trade. Again, they had earnings. They didn't really move anywhere. They're pretty much flat, but right now they're gapping up 1.5. So that could be interesting. I usually like to trade American Airlines. They get the better volume. Yesterday they had looks like they had some action on here as well on American Airlines, but for the most part, United more of a possible. We'll have to wait and see how the volume comes in. I see a couple of mentioning STEC. I see Andrew looking at that one. And I see Andrew mentioning that one. Oh, no. This is no good. And the reason for this, Yama, you might be new to the channel. We don't really focus on penny stocks. There's nothing wrong. Nothing against penny stocks. They just require a whole different type of trading. I mean, you really got to know what you're doing. I think the learning curve on penny stocks is brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not fun. So, no, this
I
for
think
us
your
we
chart
consider
back
garbage.
a couple of days, Carlos.
Is what?
Because it's trading. Well, I'm seeing the 14th and 15th on your screen.
Oh,
it
yeah,
looks
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
better this morning. There you go. See, looks better this morning.
Even yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is in play, guys, no question. But we just don't focus on this. There's a way to, Andrew's mentioned in chat, how to blow up your account. So just be careful. It's just the learning curve on this thing is brutal. Again, there's some great penny traders out there, but not many. And you got to be very, very careful. If you're just starting out, we highly recommend, guys, you don't start with this stuff, right? This is garbage. Just roll the truck on this thing. We haven't rolled the truck today. We'll do that now. We'll roll the garbage truck on that thing. Yeah, there it is. Burning hot garbage your way. So careful on that. And one more thing on this, because it's important, especially for new traders. You know what attracts new traders to this is the price. Because I was there too. Before Bear Traders, I was here looking for penny stocks where I can buy, with my little $5,000, buy a boatload of shares. And that's what's really attracting sometimes. So you got to be careful with that, right? Don't let the price you can get, you can get 100 shares on this very easily. And if it goes up $1, you make $100, don't let that fool you. You're going to lose that money fast and you can actually make something out of it, right? And you cannot do this every day consistently, right? So that's the reason for that. All right, moving on down, we have Microsoft. Microsoft on deck. Microsoft not doing a whole lot right now, but again, that's typical Microsoft at the market, the pre-market. We usually got to wait for the market open to see if anything fun comes out of it. I won't be having it on my list, but it's always a great one to watch. I know a couple of you guys in the chat room are watching that. I know Melanie watches that every day in our YouTube chat. She's always looking out for that one. But I'll keep that off my list for now. I do like Apple. Apple yesterday, hit all-time highs. I saw the recap from Andrew. Make sure you take a look at that recap from yesterday's trading. I like Apple today. I'm going to add it on here for a possible second day play. They went for that. They didn't hit it, right? Did they end up? No, they missed it. Or did they
No.
get the all-time highs? They missed it,
No,
right?
I don't think
They
so.
missed it by a couple. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks close. It looks. What is the all-time high on Apple, by the way? Do we know? Does anybody know?
I guess they did. They did spike to a new all-time high by a couple of pennies. 237.49 is what they got to yesterday, and that's a couple cents over. The previous high was 237.23, so they got 26 cents higher.
There you go. All right, so again, I think it'll be worth watching today. Should be fun if we can get some action out of it. All right, let's take a look at our YouTube, our members tab. You guys are back. Let's take a look here. NVCRO gapping up. We did look at that very early on. This one is gapping up 20%. But again, guys, be careful. Typically, this stock doesn't trade very well. I personally don't like it. It is in play today. If it falls within your trade book, definitely watch it. Today's their day, looks like, but it doesn't fall within mine, so I'm going to keep it off my list for now. All right, so far, Mara, Tesla, NVIDIA, and Apple on my list. Peter, let's take everyone through what's happening on this beautiful Wednesday morning.
It is Wednesday, which means it's Psychology Day. We've got the latest in our series of psychology webinars coming for you tonight in the chat room for all of our elite members. And we're very happy to have Mike leading tonight's webinar. He's going to talk about how you can create a support network for yourself and help improve your trading mindset by working with others of like-minded trading perspectives. So he'll talk about that tonight at 8 o'clock in the webinar room. And then next week, Randy Howe will be back with us with the topic of how to develop a patient trading mind, if I can say it. So that will be next week's webinar on October the 23rd. Now, don't forget, on Wednesdays, we also have our Bookmap webinar. It's a new series that Nathan's put together. That's at noon. That's in the webinar room, once again, just for our elite members. But if you want help on Bookmap, or you just want to understand how it works, is it something you can incorporate into your suite of tools, then join that session. Nathan will take you through Bookmap, how it works, how to get value out of it, answer your questions. So it would be a good session. That's at noon today, once again, in the webinar room. So noon and then 8 o'clock are the two sessions we have today. If you want to join us at Bearable Traders, we always have some great pricing options for you. The intro offer, of course, is the one that if you go to the website, it's $39. It gives you 1 week access to the chat room and a limited access to just our intro courses. However, if you're listening to us on YouTube right now, one time you can try it for just $1. And if it's for you, then you can join using a basic or elite monthly or the elite annual. But do take advantage of that $1 offer. We're convinced it's the community for you, and it's a great community. But try it out. If you just joined us on YouTube and you want to trade all day with us, give it a shot. What do you got to lose? It's $1. We promise we will not market the heck out of you. We won't keep, automatically renew things. That's just not how we operate. So go to bearabletraders.com/YouTube and you can take advantage of that $1 offer. And then if you want, you can, join us for a longer term or not. But we'd be happy to see you. If you want information on the markets, I'm always going to send you to tradingterminal.com. It's the place to go to get all of your trading information. It's created by active traders for active traders and intended to be a one-stop shop for everything you need in your trading day. Everything from the scanners, which we use to get the gappers list in the morning, but you can use it all day, right, to figure out what's moving, high of day breaks, big moves, whatever's halting. You can set up the scanners to do whatever you want. And of course, then there's the news and the fundamentals and the economic calendar. Check it out. You can't go wrong by looking at tradingterminal.com. All right, we're running a few minutes behind. I think Carlos set a couple of levels. I'll let everybody know what our moderators are looking at, and then we can hand it over to Andrew and Brian, who are going to be trading with us live today.
Yep, absolutely. Let's take a look here. This morning we have Mara, Tesla, NVIDIA, and Apple. So let's do some levels, guys. Mara looks good to me today. Really, really nice. A couple of really good days, the last two there. And today we got volume, right? 1.8 million up 3.5. Let's get some levels in here. High of the pre-market, 1768. We'll slam a level there, friends. And then towards the bottom, we do have the highs and lows for the last two trading days. Low of the pre-market is just slightly above the previous day close at 16.99, but that previous day close is going to be where you want to pay a lot of attention to. As we're moving out of this range towards the top, right, because you're pretty much covered towards the bottom. Towards the top, we're going to mark down 1823, and then you also have 1840, and obviously all the way up here, three nice levels, 1888. So let's see if we can get the breakout going, or are we going to just keep slamming down? It's a lot of buying pressure lately on the daily. Monday and yesterday and today is trying to really get going here, but again, sellers continue to slam this one down. I'm also going to be looking at coin. We won't do levels for that, but coin also looks really good, and the daily actually looks slightly better than Mara. So I might be looking at that one very, very close as well. Here's Tesla. We're just stuck within this range for the last three trading days. We gapped down after the cyber robo taxi stuff, and then since then we haven't really been able to get out of this. 225 and seems to be the lowest at around 215, even tighter this morning. So high of the pre-market is going to be at 221.30. The low is pretty much just hugging around itself around the previous day close, so we'll keep that as our main level there. And then I'm going to keep it simple, guys. I'm not going to really add anything else. We want to see this breakout towards one of these extremes, at least up or down, to give us an opportunity with some good volume. So 1.1 right now. I think we definitely seen better out of Tesla. Hopefully that can continue. Here's the NVIDIA. NVIDIA trying to make its way towards the top here. Up 1.5. Just create a new pre-market high, 133.95. We'll slam one there. And then same previous day close, very close to our low of our pre-market. So we're not going to really do anything there. And if you zoom out on the daily, I mean, you're set here, guys. Highs and lows are creating an amazing levels for you here. They're doing a great job. Do not need to add anything else. Keep it simple, right? That's very, very important. So NVIDIA looks great. 6.8 million shares traded, up 1.5. Really like that one this morning. Apple is on deck. Had a great day yesterday, hitting that and making a new all-time high. Not about much, but still made a new all-time high yesterday. High of the pre-market, 234.44. And the low of the pre-market is going to be down at 232.84. So we'll slam two levels there. As you guys slam that thumbs up over on YouTube, we're going to check where we're sitting at this morning. And we are at a low of 146. That's actually pretty low for 600 people watching. So help us get a little bit higher, friends. We'd love to be at 300 before we end the pre-market show and go live trading with can I confirm I see your message? Of course I see your message. We're looking on YouTube all the time. Peter and I are looking at all those messages. We're reading them. Andrew's in here reading them. We have the team reading the messages as well. Absolutely, friends. We're definitely reading your messages. So thank you for the support over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. If you hit that thumbs up, it helps us out a ton. All right, so back to Apple. We have the highs and the lows here, surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So that looks good. And then if we move over to the left, yeah, we're pretty much set on Apple. So looking to see where it goes from here. Not the best pre-market activity. We definitely seen better, but I think today should be fun to watch it for a secondary play. All right, Peter, let's go to what the team is watching this morning.
All right, so most of our moderators have got their list in already. We can start with Eamon, keeping it tight. I'm very surprised. Eamon is just going to be looking at drug, really? But he actually says he doesn't really like anything, but he's just watching it because it's fun. So we'll see if that does anything fun for him. Pierre is going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, Apple, and MSTR. We didn't really talk about MSTR. It has been in play the last couple of days. I haven't liked the way it's moved, but hopefully Pierre can find some value in it. Mike's going to be watching Apple and NVIDIA. Andrew got an interesting list here with SMR, OKLO, NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, Apple, and then Morgan Stanley that we mentioned earlier had earnings. Megan's going to be keeping it tight, just watching NVIDIA and Coin. Jared, been watching Drug, ATNF, which is another one of these high-risk, low-float. I know he was trading it this morning. It's up 1,000% already today. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jared's our new low float king. But hey, if he's making money on it, then great. He's also going to be watching SMCI and Boeing. I've got one IPO. I'll let you know when it opens, assuming I'm not taking a nap, which is PTLE. And then we've got Avi, who's going to be watching Tesla, Apple, and Meta, Thor, NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, AMD, and then the market indices. I'm going to be watching AMD, Tesla, and NVIDIA, my usual suspects. And then for fun, I'll be watching UAL, Mara, and of course, Drug, just because it was so crazy. I just want to see what it's going to do, which is probably not much, but we'll watch it anyways. And last but not least, Brian will be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD, OKLO. He's also watching OKLO. Carlos, we didn't look at this, did we? OKLO. What the heck is this?
OKLO.
No.
Okay, low. No, we
All right.
did
Anyways.
not look at this. What's going on?
Both.
A lot of lower price stock flying today, man.
Yeah.
Setting up to be a very interesting day. So be very careful, friends. Please be careful today.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, trade smart, everybody, and whatever you choose to do, whether you're choosing one of these low float, again, just manage your risk. That's all we ask, because they're exciting. They can be a lot of fun, but they can go bad very quickly as well. So just make sure you're protecting from the downside, even while you're trying to get the benefit on the upside. Right? I just don't want to see anybody caught. Unfortunately, almost every time we get into these, Thor was actually posting something this morning where I don't know where he pulled it off of X somewhere, where somebody said, well, Drug, right? They got in at the wrong time, and despite their best efforts, they lost like $320,000 on Drug. This is somebody out on X. So here it is. Where is this posting here? From Madas. Oh yeah, see, he lost $305,000 on Drug. So yeah, it's you get on the wrong side of this, it can go south very, very quickly. So just be careful out there, right?
Absolutely.
We hope everybody does well and trade smart, and then we'll see you back here again tomorrow. Good morning, Andrew.
Right.
Good morning, Brian.
Andrew's ready to go. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am in a very good mood today. Not even Peter can ruin that good mood. Because I have NVIDIA as a swing, and NVIDIA is gapping up, so that is good. How are you, Peter? I feel that you're sick.
I am sick. I am not feeling well at all, so I'm probably going to go take a nap, and we'll maybe get some trading a little bit later this morning.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, the fact that you know what days you should stay away and not mess around because you're sick is super important. And that's a perfect example. Even though yesterday was a great trading day and it was kind of obvious, but you knew that you're not in your best condition, and so you stay away from it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Peter, still not.
Got to know when to bench yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Pezim, how are you?
All right, guys. Trade well. Have fun. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, Peter. Peter, just hopefully keeping on the mend there. Sound a little better today.
Yeah, this ATNF is crazy, huh? To run up like 90%, 20%. Be careful, guys. This is super, super volatile. Even though spread is low, this is super volatile. I also share my screen. Everybody should be able to see my screen. Yeah, we gotta really, really careful. Take like a small share, says like 500 shares can give you a couple of $1,000s. Don't go all in this. Like somebody was Dr. T, he said he lost $300,000 yesterday on these penny stocks. And someone emailed me, hey, Andrew, why are you trading these higher price stocks, NVIDIA, AMD and stuff? The answer to that is liquidity. You have enough liquidity not to blow up your account. But these ones can drop on you really bad and really make your trading career very short. Definitely, they're different beasts.
Totally. I mean, I think in the after hours, Jared, I think, was saying in our chat, that it went up to like $60 at one point. And then I looked at it when the market was closed, and it was down like $5 from the close.
Right?
So it was like, it ran up hard right after the close. and yeah, and then it really sold off. I mean, that's the kind of turn you can get on these. You just have to get a bunch of people that have been holding on. They just start to bail on the stock, and
Very important,
down she
guys.
goes.
What I found is penny stock trader guys usually have a very short span of trading career. Some people are obviously making even really good money, like Ross Cameron or the other guy. Who was the other guy, the famous guy?
That was what was his name? He was throwing. Remember, we were at New York. He was throwing T-shirts in the crowd.
Yeah, who? No, not Stephen
Yeah.
Dykes. Who was the guy? It's famous. He has a book too. Timothy Sykes. Yeah, Timothy Sykes.
Timothy
So
Sachs. That was it. Yeah,
yeah.
that was it.
So Timothy Sykes also. I don't think he's also actively trade anymore. Like, you
Yeah,
gotta
you
be
don't
careful.
see anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
if you want to trade, you definitely. I mean, we have this phrase for fun, like do it for fun, a small share size. But consistently making money out of the market for like Brian and I are 10 years together trading, yeah, we rarely touch these kind of penny stocks. And I think that's one of the secrets. So again, tricky. Like I was reading
Yeah.
also yesterday on CBC, this is very, very interesting. Back in 2019, there was a carpenter in British Columbia who bought $88,000 out of the money calls on Tesla. Like super, like $1,200, and the Tesla was trading like probably in that time like $50. Like so, he put like a gamble $88,000 in there, and then back in 2021, when Tesla made that crazy move back to like $1,200 per stock, his call options turned out to be $515 million. So almost $500 million this guy had. But because he had no idea what the hell he's doing, instead of taking, because options can be like that, can be $500 million, five close, and if it's below that, it goes to zero. And
Yeah.
he just turned out to be zero. So now he's suing banks and everyone to, why didn't you tell me to close the position? Well, I'll share you the things. So see, in the market is like that. CBC, the million Tesla calls, BC man. Can actually share the link here in the chat and also in YouTube. It's very funny a story to see that. Options are like that. Options, like for example, if you have a call options at 100 and the Friday is trading like 99.999 at the close, and then it goes down to, if it doesn't close, your options immediately goes to zero. So it was a really funny story. I was really like fucking idiot.
Yeah. I love these people that lose money and then they try to find somebody else to blame.
Yeah, sue. I sue you. Like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah. Why didn't you keep me from being stupid? Tesla's moving up.
Yeah,
NVIDIA is looking like it wants to go back up.
IWM is strong. IWM is looking like it wants to go back to all-time high. All-time high on IWM is 240, I think. I think it's waiting for the election.
Something in that range, yeah.
Here's another funny part about. Go ahead, yeah. Tesla
on NVIDIA could be viable.
NVIDIA, I have some shares on NVIDIA. My average is at 130.80, so doing pretty good. So let's see what's going to happen. But here's the funny part. We have 1 minute to mention that TNA is following IWM with 3 times leverage. When IWM was at 220, when I bought my first trade that I had lost, TNA was trading at 90. Now, IWM, after 2 years, bounced back to 220. TNA is trading at 45. So, see, that's the concept of leverage. Like the leverage product doesn't go back up the same as they were when the price goes back to the same. So that's another thing of holding these leverage products are pretty bad.
Yeah, you don't want to be holding them, especially if they're not going in the right direction. Looks like 135, 136. I think NVIDIA is going to break out here. Could be an inside range day on NVIDIA. We'll see. But 136.50 is R4. So
Tesla is interesting.
got a ways to go.
I like the Tesla potential breakout.
Yeah,
30 seconds to the open.
I'm still holding some Tesla. I'm using TSLL.
TSLL is a really good thing. It doesn't have a lot of liquidity, but it looks actually pretty nice.
Yeah. Sold a lot of it yesterday, but still have a little bit left. And I'm still holding OKLO.
You had it from yesterday, OKLO?
No, I had it from who's been on my watch list, on my swing watch list. Here we go.
All right, ding, 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 ding. Let's see what ATNF doing. You might get halted very soon, huh? ATNF. ATNF, a little bit extended from the VWAP. Oh, these drops are super crazy on it. I like the volume on NVDA. I don't like the daily chart, how extended it is.
Yeah.
But I like, sorry, my 1 minute chart is super extended, but I like the volume on its super daily chart. It's kind of weird. Waiting ATNF has good volume too. Again, remember guys, with the share size on ATNF or OKLO, ATNF has better volume.
Wow, it had quite a pullback there.
ATNF is super interesting. I'm not touching ATNF. It's super. I feel that it's really extended right now.
And it's jumpy. It's jumping all over the
Taiwan
place.
Semiconductor drug is not TSM.
Still watching NVIDIA. The Qs have sold off.
Yeah, market is also selling off.
Yeah.
Rad is going
Tesla's
SMI,
trying to-
SMCI.
Tesla's trying to break out here.
He's
Taking a
holding
bit
the
of
VWAP.
a long here on NVIDIA at 133.05. See if it holds here.
I mean, I have some NVIDIA long, so at 130.80, but that's a swing. ATNF is popping up. Getting a long on
Yeah.
ATNF at 1610 for fun. Let's get ATNF long. It's tricky, guys. Be careful of your share size. Have some long at ATNF at 1610. Hopefully we can get a pop towards 17. Oh, look at that drops. NVIDIA is interesting. I have some ATNF guys long at the 1610. Partialing here now, 1687. 17
Just sold
and
some at
partialing
133.46.
I'm partialing ATNF guys at 17. Let's see if we can go higher pre-market. It's super extended, so I'm all out of it, guys. I'm all out of ATNF. It's NVIDIA looks like it
Okay.
wants to go higher, huh? I'm adding some on
Yeah,
NVIDIA
yeah.
long 133.50. Long NVIDIA at 133.50. Above 133.90, I might add more on it. A little bit of a weird price action, but
Yeah, I'm selling. I am selling a little bit more here at 133.77.
nice. Brian, you got it very early, below VWAP, huh?
Yeah, 33.05.
Oh, Tesla is going really bad.
Yeah, Tesla just dropped. Drop it
I'm
like it's
shorting
hot.
Tesla 220.30. I'm shorting Tesla. Let's see if you can go green to red, Tesla.
This R3 is proving stubborn for.
I'm shorting Tesla, guys, at 220.30. Let's see if you can go red, Tesla.
Getting out of the rest of NVIDIA. I don't really like it. It's looking like it's going to drop here.
Covering some Tesla at 219.20. What's the daily chart look like on Tesla?
You're right at PDC right now.
Yeah, I'm still long NVIDIA. NVIDIA is still holding the VWAP. My average on NVIDIA is 132.39, but that's because I had some from yesterday. Tesla short. I'm thinking of adding a little bit more short Tesla here, 219.25. All right, so Tesla is dropping.
Qs are dropping. Qs are at low of day.
Let's see if Tesla is doing. If Tesla can go a little bit lower. NVIDIA is still struggling at the VWAP.
Yeah, NVIDIA is really choppy.
Just because he moved way too much in the pre-market and, kind of messes up the pattern at the open. See if it comes higher or not. See if Tesla, my average on Tesla is 219.85. Hopefully it doesn't stop me out. It goes a little bit lower. NVIDIA is holding the VWAP. I'm adding a little bit more on NVIDIA, 133.55. Now let's see if you can get the pop out on NVIDIA.
Some big orders at 134 here.
Yeah, that's what I want to. I want NVIDIA to break out that. I'm covering my Tesla short, guys. I'm all out of Tesla short.
Yeah, it bounced right at PDC, or just below it. Tesla has a great habit of just dropping below an important level and then coming back up, looking like it's going to fail.
Let's see if NVIDIA weird price action is doing something.
Yeah, it's just hanging around in a range here. It's really stalling at R3.
Let's see. Let's see 133.67.
Watch out on ATNF. If it halts going down, it's not going to be good.
I'm adding a little bit more on NVIDIA. Let's see if you can get the breakout of 134. Although the 5 minutes is not great, but I'm long in NVIDIA. Let's see. Fairly big size because I also had it from yesterday. See if you can go to about 134. Should be a big ask at 134. Bookmap should also be bullish.
Yeah, there is a fairly big ask here. It's The book is a little bit bullish. I don't know. There's a seller at 133.80. And the volume that's being pushed through here is pretty small, actually.
AMD doing ATNF is really stuck in this range, which is very big range. I'm not really a big fan of getting stuck there.
No, it looks a little scary, actually.
Yeah, ATNF is super scary. Told you guys, ATNF trading ATNF is super. Things as long as NVDA above the VWAP, we'll see what goes. Tesla, if Tesla comes above the VWAP, might also take it long at above 221. Let's see.
I'm almost feeling like I should short NVIDIA, but it kind of, on the other hand, it kind of looks really choppy.
Yeah, it is tricky
Looks
to
like it's
short
just,
it. Yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm not taking a position. It just looks like dog's breakfast right now. Just up and down in a very narrow range.
All right, Tesla is coming up, so Tesla potential long. Let's see what Tesla is doing. 221. I'm taking a long on Tesla 221. Let's see if Tesla can get the VWAP. Similar of the trade that we did yesterday on Tesla. All right, I'm adding more on NVIDIA for the breakup 134. I'm also long Tesla 221. Let's see if we can these two. R3, come on. Come on, Brian, do something.
I'm not doing anything yet. I'm looking at Tesla.
You should do something for us. Morgan Stanley. Yeah,
Do something? Well, I could buy, maybe I'll buy some Tesla calls.
Shit. Morgan Stanley MS is doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to $20, 120.
Yeah, 120. Yeah, MS is amazing. Usually these banks don't trade like this. So nice, but
Yeah.
this one is. SOXL. What's SOXL doing? We made so much money on this SOXL. All right, let's see what Tesla is doing. Tesla can go up to 222 or not.
I am got long some calls on Tesla. Don't do that, Tesla.
Let's see. Shit. NVDA is now dropping. All right, I'm getting a stopped out on NVDA, guys. I'm getting a stopped out on NVDA. All out of NVDA. Only trade position that I have right now is Tesla at 221. Let's see if it can go higher. It's holding the VWAP. Come on, Tesla. United Airlines is UAL turned out to be nice. Peter mentioned that it's UAL. They had their earning too. Amazing. What a run.
Yeah.
So NVIDIA is dropping. Tesla is still holding the VWAP.
Yeah,
United.
I knew Tesla. I knew NVIDIA was a short. Bloody hell. MS
is very interesting. I'm still long on Tesla. I still have some hope on Tesla to get a breakout of toward 222. Adding a little bit more on Tesla, 221. This is very nice. What is ATNF doing? ATNF didn't get halted, huh? They didn't let it halted.
No, we keep it. We're hanging on to it.
Amazon is kind of flat. Bond PHUN, no. CLSK, not really. Oh, NVIDIA is going downhill.
Yeah, damn.
BWE was nice too.
I kind of knew it was a short. Bloody hell. Well, c'est la vie.
Daily chart on Tesla, it doesn't look great. Daily chart on Tesla. VDA wants to go downhill.
Yeah, it came down and filled some orders at 132. There's some orders at 131. I don't know if it's going to break there. Yeah, it still looks weak. Okay, I just shorted it. I've shorted 130 to 20.
Ryan is short NVIDIA, huh? I'm getting stopped out on Tesla, guys. I'm all out of Tesla. So that was a bad loss on Tesla, but that's okay. Let's see if
Yeah, I got stopped out on Tesla too for a loss on those calls. Just covering some at 131.75.
Yeah. Oh, right. So I am negative.
ATNF is is sliding here. So the thing is, you just never know which one of these is going to be a rock star and which one's going to be a dud.
That's why you gotta manage the risk. So I'm gonna get back on Tesla 220.81. All right, I got a partial feel on it. I can Tesla is now
back at NVIDIA. I'm back at break even.
So I'm back long on Tesla 220.80 to 2090. Let's see if this one wants to go now. Adding more on it. Yeah. All right, so that looks like a squeeze. So Titan, why Tesla long? That's a good question. It's not really a great setup. Well, right now, what we saw here is actually try to go green to red. It went, but it bounced back, and it came above the VWAP. And usually, when these weak stocks really come back off the VWAP, they usually tend to break out. Let's see. This is the second long that I do on Tesla. Let's see if this one wants to. You have the R3 at 221. It's popping up. Let's see if you can get to, from R3 to 222.
NVIDIA bounced right off of PDC.
Always, yeah.
Right, S3 on the Qs.
Long guys, heavy size on Tesla at 221. See if you can get to 222. Make the losses back. Oh, there you go. It's going up. See if you can get the break of high of the day, it would be nice. But the first target would be 222. Come on, Tesla. What's NVIDIA doing? It is doing nothing, huh?
No, it's kind of it's just hanging around just above yesterday's close.
ATNF. Yeah, ATNF is a nightmare. Tesla, you can do it. Let's see what the market is doing. QZX3. IWM is still strong. Nice.
Yeah,
OKLO.
strong Qs. Qs are the weak index today, down almost half a point.
LTR is in the stand. United Airline was a very nice 5-minute swing range breakout. Peter mentioned that, but PLTR is selling off like the boss. Why?
LTR's had a big run up. Wow, it's down below S4. S4 is at
Ayman
41.
believes that Tesla is going to squeeze. So let's see. Ayman, if I lose money, I'm going to get it from you. No, today it seems like this NVIDIA Teslas are really not in play. So this might be the last trade that I do on Tesla because if it loses the VWAP, which is going to now.
Yeah, really ugly.
Ugly morning. Very ugly morning today.
Yeah. You had to be following some of the more unusual stocks like MS. Oh, wow.
We're going to stand. It's going to go to 120.
I bought some UNH yesterday.
United Health?
United Health, yeah, it was down a lot yesterday. I did it in a Canadian account. I did one of those weird ETFs that are in Canadian funds.
All right, I'm getting a stop data, guys, on Tesla 220. A very bad loss. Yeah, Tesla is not definitely long today. I got it stopped out. MU, John is trading MU. Let's take a look at it too. MU for the break of high of the day, possibly. It's kind of inside bar. Yeah, I know. I'm down $22,000. So thanks to Tesla. To Mr. Musk.
Yeah, I'm down 400 because of that Tesla call trade.
He's garbage. Morgan Stanley went to 120. As you said, should have got that to MS. Wow, these banks are. SERV is garbage.
Here
BDRX
comes Oakley Dokley is going to 14.
Donald J. Trump. He's choppy. Stick just keeps getting halted, so it's not really tradable. Yeah, you're right, Jared. This Tesla in the middle of the daily range, it's just not a good trade. We'll find something though. We'll find something. Apple is down 1.5.
I just traded Oakley Dokley through 14.
Low. Yeah, 14. That is interesting.
All right. Ah, crap. MS went through 120. I was thinking of trading that through 120. Should have done it. Again, Tesla's holding yesterday's close.
ATNF is surprisingly ATNF never got halted. This is very, very interesting. They never really allowed this to get halted. I thought that this is going to be a halt nightmare.
Hmm.
Now it's continue going higher. It might want to go 121. See, for example, STEC, Santec Holding, it's not tradable. You just constantly get halted. Drug, Bright Minds Biosciences. Is that an Alzheimer drug? What is that? Some CI is garbage. United is going to go 70. Morgan Stanley is amazing. Yeah, MS is amazing, guys. It's just
Yeah.
very, very nice trading. How's everybody trading in YouTube? What did you trade? Wolf? Wolf is up 10%. Yeah, Wolf speed. It's a lot of gap up today, Brian. This is really what's happening in the
Yeah.
market. A lot of these small caps are popping up.
It's a small cap market.
ATNF. How did everybody did in the chat room? Microsoft, should Microsoft? I heard somebody Microsoft is setting up, huh? Yeah, Microsoft is setting up.
Microsoft's down, and Meta's down too. I was looking at Meta. I'm short a little bit of Tesla here just because it looks like it's now gonna lose this PDC. Let's just see if it does.
$440 for a trader. Nice. Nice. Mike, how have you been trading? No trading. Nice. I mean, yeah, today was a day that I wish I wasn't trading either. So what about YouTube guys? What about you? You guys, what did you do? QQQQ is down 0.5%. I think it's a normal pullback toward the 20 moving average. I don't really think market is weak unusually. It's just a normal pullback. You took Tesla, Yaka. Yeah, NVIDIA is short. That was nice. Yeah, I mean, Tesla and NVIDIA today are inside bar. Inside bar means that they're really trading inside the previous day range. So then algos are just constantly trading it. So today I really shouldn't have traded anyways. The reason that I took NVIDIA long because I already had some long NVIDIA and I was profitable. And as you see, even after that, I'm still profitable on NVIDIA, like $900, even though it was a loss. But because I had it from yesterday, so it kind of changed my average. But my biggest loss was Tesla. It's just 2 times I traded short, sorry, long. It's just a big loss. It's gonna happen. It's still half an hour. Let's see. PLTR bounce. Yeah, I was thinking of PLTR for a reversal, but not extended enough. It was a little bit choppy. Yeah, the trade of the day was MS, Morgan Stanley. Should have gone the opening
Yeah.
range breakout. Morgan Stanley was in play,
No
was fitting,
kidding.
matching all the criteria for a trade book.
Okay, let's see. I want to see Tesla flush here. Come on. Sure, it's just keeps dropping into the red and coming back up. Just feels
United
like
is going to go to 70. United Airlines is going to go through 70. Oh, there you go. Wow, popped up 25 cents. Look at the volume. Wow, 1 million shares went through 70. Jesus.
wow.
United Airlines. Did you see the volume on United? Crazy.
There's a seller at 212 and a buyer at 119.80. It's a real fight with Tesla right now.
Isn't doing anything. Microsoft is going downhill.
Qs are still dropping.
So funded accounts, I post a link for the funded account. I think the funded account is very important for new traders, guys. If you cannot, Jella, I posted on the chat room. So if you can't pass this funded account profitable, forget about opening a new account. Even if you pass this one, you still have to be very careful on your own new account. But if you can't even be profitable on this funded account, forget about trading. This is important. I had this conversation in Dubai with someone, and because he was saying that yes, even the funded account is not 100% real because you pay only $500 and then you get to lose $9,000. And he's right. It's still the risk to reward is very good and very nice. It's not one to one, but at least you have to pass it, and this is very important. At least that you have to pass this one profitable. This is my humble opinion. If not, otherwise, don't bother really trading. I'm really thinking that I'm gonna get back long on Tesla 220.47. This is probably a mistake, but I'm gonna get long Tesla 220.50. I might add above the VWAP. See if you can get the squeeze above the VWAP. Like people who were like Brian short, they might actually cover. So let's see. Oh, there you go. So 220.40. Let's see score going higher. All right. So SPY is
I'm out of
coming
that
up.
trade. To get out of it.
See, let's squeeze Brian, guys. Everybody, come on. I'm adding more on Tesla 220. Let's see if you can get.
Yeah, you could see that fight that was going on right at PDC. Qs are
SPY
coming
is
up too.
Yeah, SPY is also going green. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Nice. Nice. Let's see if the SPY is going up. Is there news at 10 o'clock? Was it something?
Nothing that I can see.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a volume for thing, but the SPY went green. Let's see. Guys, I'm adding a little bit more on Tesla 221. Let's see if you can get actually a breakout of 222.
Wow.
I might actually.
ATNF dropped like a stone and got halted.
Oh, yeah, it's got galted at hand. Huh? See, that's where the life got destroyed. Now somebody blew up his life investment on ATNF. All right, here we go. Let's see, guys. Tesla. Let's see if Tesla can pop up. My average is at 220.80. Let's see if it can. Looks like it wants to break out. Jared, what do you think about this trade? Cisco,
I think
nice.
it's stuck in a range.
It's a meh.
Although there
Jared.
are some orders. There's orders at 222, 223, 24, obviously 25. The book is pretty bullish.
Let's see if this freaking R3 on Tesla. Let's see if you can go toward 222.
Problem with Tesla, it still seems pretty range bound. Same with NVIDIA.
If the SPY goes above 580, I'll see. ATNF is halted
Yes.
at 882.
Yeah, SPY has gone green on the day.
All right, so here's Tesla.
It's gone to 220.
Up the champagne, ready for the break of 222. Should I get some partial fill on that? Because you can see my entries and exits in the chat room. Everybody should be able to see my screen in the chat room. Oh, there you go, 222. All right, there you go. If I sell everything now, I'm profitable for the day, but I am not going to do that because I'm greedy. Come on, SPY is moving up like a boss.
Yeah, SPY is back into pre-market where we were trading most of the pre-market.
Oh, I'm still long, guys. I should probably start partialing now on Tesla. If I sell now, there's a lot of my profit. It's going to be making it back.
ATNF opened up.
So let's see if Tesla 222. I'm partialing some on Tesla. My market was super nice, popping up, really nice at 10.
Yeah, I didn't think there was anything really at 10 o'clock. Look at...
Let's click on Benzinga and see what the Benzinga says. Benzinga is quack.
No, there's nothing really. Just 8:30, we had some export prices. We got any Fed heads talking?
Brian, look at the IWM. TNA is going up.
Yeah.
TNA at 47, yeah.
It's because the yields are dropping back down now.
Ooh, spies. I'm gonna add some more on Tesla, guys, at 221.80. Let's see if Tesla can go for the break of high of the day. NVIDIA might go higher too. Morgan Stanley is 8% up. Fuck me.
Yeah, Morgan Stanley was the place to be.
Nice. Yeah, TNA has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Some TNA. Market SPY 80. Like Qs is also slowly grinding up. Qs are weaker than SPY today.
Yeah,
Let's go to
Qs are
trading
down.
terminal. Yeah, I want to know which
the
sector is
Qs
like
are-
that.
The Qs are the only index that's actually in the red.
Sector performance. Financials are stronger, yeah. The reason that it's going up is the financials are up 1%, utilities. Yeah, technology are the weakest ones. So if you go to the trading terminal, you see that financials are the strongest. Obviously, banks are going up. NVIDIA is going up too. So I'm going to get another long on NVIDIA 132.71. So this would be a similar trade at Tesla. The market is going up. NVIDIA might actually go above the VWAP. And let's see if Tesla can actually break the high of the day. Financials, Morgan Stanley is up. BWR, nothing. What time is it? 10:12. Not great. All right, Tesla is breaking out. Nice. Aha, nice. So partialing on Tesla. One more. Not yet. All right, NVIDIA is going up, guys. I'm adding more on NVIDIA at 132.91. Let's see if NVIDIA closes the VWAP. If NVIDIA gets the VWAP, it's going to go higher. I'm partialing some on Tesla, guys, at 222.31. So I made losses on Tesla back. That's good. NVIDIA, I'm a big size, guys. Heavy NVIDIA now, guys. I sold my house and my mother, and I have NVIDIA right now. Selling some right now here. Ooh. Yeah, I have a very big size on NVIDIA.
Yeah, I just caught that move on NVIDIA. Could see the volume coming in here. Still long some. I think it might go to 134. At least 133.75 anyway.
I mean, I sold my mother's house, not that I sold my mother. Nobody sells their mother to to trade. That's what I meant.
So your
I
mother's
sold my
house.
mother's house. Like
That'll happen. I mean,
that will happen. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And if it doesn't work out, well, got some mums moving in with you.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, so like guys, great trade on NVIDIA. Like I had a very big size on NVIDIA, made it back. Let's see if NVIDIA can continue going toward the higher. My average on NVIDIA is 132.74. Tesla seems like out of me. I still have Tesla. Average on Tesla is 221.15. So pretty good average. Let's see, 5 today. Qs are going green. It looks like market is moving a little bit higher.
Yeah, I'm selling some Oakley Dokley, OKLO. It's getting to a point where I think it's going to find some resistance here somewhere around just under 15.
I'm adding a little bit on NVIDIA, guys. Let's see if it looks like NVIDIA is really starting rallying. I'm adding a little bit more on NVIDIA. Let's see if we can get to new average on NVIDIA 132.87, which is kind of at the VWAP. My stop loss is at the VWAP for NVIDIA, 1 minute chart. Let's see if this one want to go higher because it looks like the market started trending upside. ATNF is popping up above the VWAP again. It's a nightmare, man. ATNF. If you really want to
Yeah.
sell your mother's house, go trade ATNF. So, Abby, the volume weighted average price shouldn't have any setting on DAS. But if you aren't from the required setting, you can do average of open close price. Or you can use open. It doesn't make a huge difference if you use a different number.
No.
Because it's really going over the average. Guys, we also start giving now that I'm back, we should start giving the laptop. So right now I see about 700 people. If you like to 500, then we'll give a laptop away. But that requires you to like our video. Brian, how's the bookmap doing for NVIDIA? Because we do have really good bookmap traders like Nathan, for example, which he wants to come and have a conversation. So,
no, it's you can see I've got it up on the screen there. It's there's two big orders at 134 and 135. There isn't much underneath. There's an order at 131-ish and 130. We're still above the VWAP though.
Let's see if NVIDIA goes to 134. I'm looking forward to NVIDIA at 134. Tesla is pulling back. I still have long Tesla.
I think OKLO is going to 15 here.
Wow. SPY is making new high of the day.
So this is this stock is this is the sector that's hot right now. It's all these uranium plays. I've had all these announcements the last couple of days about Alphabet and now Amazon investing in all these what do they call them? Small size nuclear reactors, SMRs. Small modular reactors to get all their power that they need for AI.
Which ticker is that?
Well, this one's OKLO, but there's another one. I think SMR. I think is one. SMR
Oh, okay.
was.
Hello, the nuclear company. Okay, hello.
Yeah,
Advanced
that's
Technology.
that's actually a Sam Altman company, ChatGPT, and then there's
Oh, really?
SMR, which is there's SMR, which is just ripped in the last 15 minutes. New scale power.
I'm adding a little bit more on NVIDIA, guys. At
Is that right,
133.20.
Gabriel? Wow. On the hot button. It's SMR.
SMR is also a nuclear company. You were looking for these
Yeah.
nuclear companies for some time. I remember that. Was it your?
Yeah. What is CCJ is kind of like the go-to. It's up a fair amount today. It's kind of breaking out. It's Cameco.
Yeah. So these nuclear
Nuclears.
companies are right now.
I think they're saying it's kind of interesting. I think they're saying that the permitting, which you would think would be like a nightmare.
Wait. No, NVIDIA. I'm sorry to
There
spoil.
goes,
Who gives?
there goes
I'm
NVIDIA.
sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
Hey, no worries.
Yeah.
But they're putting all these things on existing sites, so they don't need to permit. Here we go.
If NVIDIA goes to 134, Andrew is a fortune teller.
A big order there.
I told you the market really changed at around 10 a.m. Now it's going up. Yeah, freaking Tesla didn't do anything. Maybe I should get out of Tesla. NVIDIA is pretty nice. I think NVIDIA is going to go to 34. I'm going to add a little bit more on NVIDIA here at 133.64, get filled. Let's see if we can go to 134, R3. Anyone took that? NVIDIA guys? Or John, you took it, huh? See that? Anyone in the chat room, you took it? Anyone in the YouTube? Yeah, nice. Guys, nice. Qs are going up to green. IWM
Yeah,
is
Qs are making their way back up here.
All right, Tesla's coming down, guys. I'm going to get a stop out on Tesla, the remaining of position that I have. Tesla turned out to be, unfortunately, a loss for me today. I'm holding into my big position on NVIDIA. My new average on NVIDIA is 133.20, which is somewhere, yeah, it's not great, but I think it's the pattern is super bullish. Let's see if you can go to 134 and if you can get the break of 124. SPY 580. Oh, there you go. Nice. I have a big size on NVIDIA. And you need one big good trade, guys. That's it. You know, a lot of small losses, but one good trade. So 133.94 is going to go break 134 here. I'm starting partialing here at 133.90. Is the R3. I have a very big size on NVIDIA, so that's why I'm partialing it. But I think most likely it's going to break the high of the day. Oh, what's the daily chart look like it now? Yeah, miss man.
Yeah, just
Jasmine 134. There you go. Beautiful.
There you go.
134. Huge ask. Boom.
Just selling.
There you go. Partialing out, guys. I'm partialing out after day 134. Nice. See, it really requires risk management to really get that big trade on it. And
yeah, nice.
Anyone took that, guys, in the chat room or in the YouTube?
YouTube, yeah, this was really nice. Nice double bottom. on NVIDIA. Really, it just held PDC twice.
Yeah, so it's very, very nice. I mean, I
Yeah,
actually
and the
like that I
Qs.
added heavy on the way up. Nice. Nice. This is what we want to do, guys. You know, you get these small losses eventually. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. NVIDIA, I love that. And if you take this with the call options, I'll show it to you. Let's say, for example, call options, if you want to get 1,000% move, look at the call options of, like, for example, 132.50 on NVIDIA for
Yeah,
expiry
I
October 18.
actually traded the 134s. So
134. Here you go. Wow.
yeah,
So from $1 to now 225. See, you can actually do that so many contracts as
28.
well. So I think I should do that. Yeah, it's by 580. It's great. There you go. Oh, look at that
There
beauty.
it is.
Look at
Yeah,
this
we're going to
beautiful. Now I can buy
135.
my mother's house back with some better options.
We are breaking out from R3.
Yes. Yes, we shall be rich. We survived another day.
Live to trade another day.
Live to trade. We survived another day. We didn't get to 500 likes. So laptop tomorrow, if we get to 500 likes, Brent is asking, our production manager is asking, hey, Andrew, we have 700 people, but only 200 likes. And I said, well, I don't know. I don't know why should I beg them.
Yeah.
We got up to 800 concurrent actually today. Pretty good.
800
wow.
people are watching.
And it's just too much of an effort to push that like button.
And then they expect the financial markets to, like, can you believe that?
Apple on Bookmap.
AMD.
It is. There you go.
Jared. Thanks, Dave P. Jared is still fucking around with this. Jared, stop messing around with these penny stocks.
I don't know where he's picking his levels on this thing.
Seriously concerned about Jared. Jared is also recently single, so he's unhinged, doing risky stuff.
Me too. It's he's back. He is back in his natural habitat. We like that.
We had so much fun, guys. Jared, are you coming to Colombia? Because we're gonna go to December 1st, Colombia. Oh, and another thing is, guys, one person had to cancel for Colombia. We have one spot available if anyone wants to come to Colombia. And since it's last minute, if you can make it, whatever you pay, I'm gonna actually offer you one free Peak Capital mentorship if you sign up for this person instead of that person. December 1st to December 8th. So if anyone is interested, we have one spot because one person had some emergency that he had to cancel. We have one spot left. Gary, bring your wife. This is the best anniversary that you can have. Like, Colombia is the best place for anniversary. Like, bring your wife. Seriously, that's going to be amazing. Like, with us, we're going to explore the Colombia, best food, everything. No, don't bring the kids, please.
No kids. No.
No.
It's adults only.
Adults only. Ooh. So I still have 3,000 shares of NVDA. What should we do, Brian, with NVDA?
Well, there's still a big order there at 135.
I like 130.
I kind of feel like it's probably going to chop around here and then make a run.
Yaniv, I'm gonna actually send it to you. Email. If anyone has the link for the Colombia, let me see if the page is still is on. Traders. Was it Colombia?
Colombia, man.
If anyone is interested for Colombia, email me. I'll send you the link. I think the URL will bring it down. But email me for the Colombia. And again, one person had to cancel. And if you get his spot, I'll give you one free Peak Capital Bootcamp as well, which is $3,000.
Like that. Can't go wrong with that.
So
All right,
NVIDIA,
well,
I
the keys are...
have 3,000 shares of NVIDIA, guys. Turned out to be a super nice day for me. I made the losses back on Tesla. I mean, most of it. NVIDIA turned out a super nice trade. I got a big size on NVIDIA. I think 135 is pretty good if you can get that. Market is just started rallying very nicely. I
Yeah,
think
the
we're back.
Qs are... Yeah, the Qs are just about green. It's the only index that we need to get it back in the green here. What have we got? Yields are dropping again. That's a good thing. Yeah, look at this. I knew it was just going to consolidate and then go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here we go.
I'm actually adding a little bit more on NVIDIA here, 134.74. I add another 3,000 shares. Let's see if you can get to my new average is at 133.96. So like 994. If you can get to 135, that would be extra a couple of $1,000. Let's see. I actually extended. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, risk to reward, I love that you keep the risk to reward around 3 to 1. AOI is moving up.
Tesla's dropping again.
Yeah, Tesla has no momentum.
No.
Right, I think we got one Colombia. Cindy's coming. I just send you the link.
All right.
I think we got it. There you go. Thanks, Sydney. It would be nice to come.
Yeah.
And if you're a lady, guys, we have so many ladies coming. I bring 2 girlfriends. Brian, are you bringing your wife or no?
No, I'm going to rent one down there.
Rent one down. Brent, kick Brian out of YouTube Live, please, right now. This guy is unhinged, man. Like, Brent, Mike is bringing his wife. Pierre has his girlfriend over there. So there's a lot of ladies actually in there. I think there are a few ladies in there. Mike is bringing his daughter, I think, as well. So it's not the only guys, cheap guys. There's so many ladies in there. Brian is unhinged, man. People get old. They don't give a fuck about anything.
I did a cost-benefit analysis, and as long as I don't get caught, it's much cheaper to rent than to pay for an extra ticket.
That is disrespectful, and please don't say that ever again. I do apologize, guys, for this.
You know, I'm just kidding. Come on.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know about other people, so don't say that.
Oh, please. Yeah, come on. I'm kidding.
Boomer. Okay, so NVIDIA, guys, I'm long NVIDIA. Still added some NVIDIA in there at 134.30. My average, 133.90. So if it comes down a little bit lower, I'll probably get a stop down. I thought it was going to go to 135, so That's why I added. But yeah, so Derek, 200 moving average on 15-minute chart. I personally don't watch it. If I watch it, yeah, potentially. Let me see. Look at it. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's holding it, but I personally don't watch the 15-minute chart. Eamon does. Okay, so NVIDIA is dropping, guys, to my break-even point. I'm getting a stop down on NVIDIA. If I watch it, so I got to stop down on it. It might actually be a 920, but let me see. No, it's a little bit far. Yeah, this last ad that I did on NVIDIA kind of messed up, so I'm getting out of it completely. But I think it's a good chance that it's going to go to 135. If I look at 200, the 15-minute chart, yeah, I'll consider 200 moving average as a potential resistance, but not. Yeah, Yasin. So what's the Yasin is asking the what's the fuck? This NVIDIA is going to go up to 135. What's the sign to stop for me? Time is very important, like around 10:35. So it's the time that I really stop trading because I'm a momentum trader, and this kind of a squeezes is not going to happen that much toward the end of the day. For me, it's and sometimes if I have a serious loss or serious gain, I'm going to stop trading. That's also another thing that you have to consider. So it's a combination of the things. Plus, as you get more experience, you know the days that it's not your day and you should stop trading. So experience brings a lot of intuition into your trading.
Right. This is true.
So Sahid is asking a question, how much do you add? Like, for example, in this case, I added very heavy size on NVIDIA because I was kind of certain about this move. I was watching a SPY, look at my screen. I was watching the SPY started rallying, and I saw that it really squeezes up above the volume weighted average price. So I had a really good confirmation. Plus, I got it a little bit early before the VWAP. I had a heavy size on that. And in this particular case, I almost doubled my position. So like, even though I partialed a little bit, but I added way more to my position here. So my share size went up and higher and higher. It kind of depends. And honestly, I want to confess that I don't have a good mathematical formula for that. It's kind of a gut feeling. But I should have a mathematical system for it, that how much you add or not. But I was watching at around 10 o'clock, and I did mention that in the chat that look at this crazy move that happened. So that's why I had more confirmation. Same as Tesla. Tesla was the same thing, but NVIDIA turned out to be a much, much nicer move than Tesla. I think Tesla is generally, investors are losing interest on Tesla. I think I heard the news in Bloomberg that the robots, actually humans were controlling them at the back. So Elon Musk is a little seriously. The Bloomberg, there was a thing that in the show that they had the robots, they were humans controlling them, so not 100%. Exactly. Because we are moving to Nathan on YouTube. He's going to talk about stocks and future and which one you should choose and at which time. So consolidation, no, not that one. Unpacking the order book difference between future and stock. So Nathan is actually a really, really good bookmap trader. He's been trading with actually 4 bookmap for the community, and he got some awards from them. So we're actually I'm super excited to see what Nathan has. So we'll switch over there, and we're gonna see what Nathan has to say. Brian,
I have some bad news. Seems like Nathan's webcam is not working.
Okay.
For whatever reason,
what's
the webcam
not working?
Yeah. So we'll just call it here, I think.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, guys, tomorrow laptop. We're gonna give tomorrow laptop, guys, and because we didn't get to 500, so we're gonna get the laptop tomorrow. Make sure that like today. So we're gonna give away a laptop, guys. Thanks again, and all the best, guys. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll see you tomorrow.